Alright. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready? You ready for more Seth? Oh my god! This one has been asked for a lot. The Fable review. Relativism edition by Seth. Oh my god. Oh my god. You better be ready. You better be, because I am. Kind of. Not really, but here we go. Alright. Let's rewind this. And let's get right into it. Ready!
Hey people,
Hey,
Seth here. Today, I'll be covering an old childhood classic, a game that taught me that outside the safety of cities...
God, these graphics bring back so many memories. Mind you, I've never played the original Fable games, but it's just like the style of graphics, like, wow. Yeah. That brings back memories, just the style. It just feels so... It feels very nostalgic. It does. I just feel like, wow, a little bit, yeah, a little bit. It feels very nostalgic.
Childhood classic, a game that taught me that outside the safety of cities and towns, the entire natural world wants us dead, and you can't walk...
Sounds about right. Yep.
5 meters without being mauled, stung, or assaulted by wildlife. That money can buy happiness, reverses aging, and helps everyone forget that you butchered an entire village 5 minutes ago.
That wasn't me. You can't prove anything.
Versus aging and helps everyone forget that you butchered an entire village 5 minutes ago. And that divorcing your wife is objective.
Why was Luigi twerking it? Wait, pause. You can't see him. I think I'm blocking him.
You butchered an entire village 5 minutes ago. And that divorcing your wife is objective.
Why is he so caked up? God damn, Luigi!
You butchered an entire village 5 minutes ago. And that divorcing your wife is objectively worse than murder.
Damn.
I'm speaking
Wait,
of...
what did that say? Divorce equals what? One divorce equals 43 murders? Oh my god! According to Fable, one divorce equals approximately 43 murders.
Murder. I'm speaking, of course, about Fable, but not just Fable. Fable...
Was that a head? Was that a decapitated... Yep. Villager missing. He'll be fine. Just give him some Tylenol.
Fable The Lost Chapters and Fable Anniversary, because they're all the same game, but Lionhead Studios needed 3 times the money. Released in 2004.
Fable original available. Oh, okay, this is 2004. Okay, yeah. I've never played any of the Fable games. I've not played any of... Oops, I'm skirting ahead. My bad. So Xbox 360, Xbox, and I'm guessing PC? Yeah. But buy my goddamn game.
Needed 3 times the money.
Forehead.
Released in 2004, Fable was the game that justified buying an Xbox Classic.
Is that true, chat? Is that true? I wouldn't know. I didn't have an original Xbox growing up. We were more of a Nintendo family. We were more of a Nintendo family. I don't think I ever had like an OG Xbox growing up.
Fable was the game that justified buying an Xbox Classic. I know this because I owned an Xbox Classic. It had about 3 games on it, and one of those was Enter the Matrix, which still haunts me to this very day. But I digress. Anyway, Fable is a game about an experience all of us can relate to. Having your parents killed in your village...
Well, okay. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You talking from experience there, Seth?
It's a game about an experience all of us can relate to. Having your parents killed and your village burnt to the ground, only to be saved by an influential pedophile and forced...
Excuse me? What? Damn, I can't even laugh without coughing right now. Oh my god! Excuse me?
Village burnt to the ground, only to be saved by an influential pedophile and forced into a life of indentured service.
Wow, this sounds like a trip. What? FBI! FBI 10 Most Wanted Fugitives. Maze Heroes Guild Executive. Unlawful flight to avoid prosecution. Assault with the intent to commit... What? What? Oh my god.
Servitude. And after years of emotional and physical abuse, you're released into the great wide world with the expectation that you won't become a brooding menace to society. You're conditioned...
Well, I feel like your expectations are set far too high. Have you seen me? Come on, let's be real. Let's be for real.
The expectation that you won't become a brooding menace to society. You're conditioned like an animal to follow the action-reward psychology of being a hero. The dopamine release of completing quests is all that drives your addiction for fame and relevance. Peter Molyneux is a liar, but he's also a genius because...
The ultimate video game is fresh air and exercise. Peter Molyneux. Is it really now? Is it really now?
Because throughout the game, you're forced to make choices. Not reasonable choices, not thoughtful choices, but picking between the two extremes of morality, good or evil. Here is a tip.
We all know I'm picking evil. Come on, where's the fun in always being the good guy? Where's the fun in always being the good guy?
Picking between the two extremes of morality, good or evil. Here is a typical moral dilemma as presented by Peter Molyneux.
Okay.
As you walk along the road, you encounter a homeless man being bullied by a delinquent teenager.
Right.
The good option, scare off a bully. The evil option, beat that homeless man within an inch of his life and crack his rib cage open like a coconut crab.
I can't even laugh right now. I would just beat the shit out of all of them. Come on. My hands are an equal opportunity employer. Beat up the homeless man and the teenagers. Oh my god.
Of his life and crack his rib cage
why do you keep doing
open
this?
like a home teenager. The good option, scare off a bully. The evil option, beat that homeless man within an inch of his life and crack his rib cage open like a coconut crab.
Delicious.
Both options give you the same amount of alignment points. It's insane, it's nonsensical, and I absolutely love it. There's not much to say about the story. You go do quests and uncover...
The boys from World of Warcraft, god dang it. Rampaging wild boar killed 3 ISIS terrorists in Iraq. Jesus. Man, what a throwback. What a throwback.
Go do quests and uncover the fact that some of your family isn't dead. So you reunite with them, only to have them all die except your sister, who I always spare because she's pretty damn hot. So you...
Sir. Seth! Seth, no! No! Stop it! It is not conceivable that a protagonist separated from his biological sister for an extended period of time would, in time, find her to be physically attractive as a surrogate for the mother and childhood he did not have. Stop it. Stop!
So you kill the big bad guy that's been making your life miserable, and Fable 1 ends there, because they ran out of time. Then you have to kill the big bad guy's Fursona avatar in the Lost Chapters, which is an expansion featuring a completely new area with reskins of all the monsters you fought before, and
we
some
love
extra
to see
content.
It. Oh my! No! Why was it cut? Go back! Put her back!
that was cut from the original. You can redo all this in the Anniversary Edition, which is a high-definition remaster of Lost Chapters, with extra bloom and gloom to drain out the color. While colors are faded, the characters aren't, and all the new models look great, including Lady Grey, the only good romance option in the entire game.
I wonder why! I wonder why! I can't quite put my finger on it. I wonder why.
The only good romance option in the entire game. If you're not familiar, Lady Grey is the sultry mayor of Bowerstone North. She's also a crazy racist bitch that gets turned on.
Wow! Okay, I take back what I said. What?
Mayor of Bowerstone North. She's also a crazy racist bitch that gets turned on by seeing black people die in front of her. Unlike
Excuse me? What? Well, that's not the turn I expected.
Crazy racist bitch that gets turned on by seeing black people die in front of her. Unlike Lost Chapters, Anniversary has built-in controller support for the PC. Anniversary Edition also has limited modding support, which is completely broken and unusable. However, this didn't stop one man, whose autism was more powerful than we could have ever.
Oh my god. Why is there so... Hey people for children. Hey people. Why is there Seth mods? Why is there Seth mods?
However, this didn't stop one man, whose autism was more powerful than we could have ever imagined. Mr. Defini used his modding talents to replace every wasp in the game with Shrek.
Oh my god, I love this guy. I don't know you, Mr. Defini, but you're Chad. Wow, that's great. Terrifying. It's terrifying. But also, that's amazing. That is glorious. That is glorious.
Mr. Defini used his modding talents to replace every wasp in the game with Shrek, including the Queen.
More wasps have spawned, but they are no match.
God bless Australia. Fable is very simple. It's also very easy. I would actually be very impressed if you somehow managed to lose the game, because you can't actually die as long as you're digesting food. Turns out, it's not a question of how strong you are. It's a question of how many apples you...
Yes, I eat Granny Smith. How could you tell? Hey, Granny Smiths are amazing. I feel like Granny Smiths get a hell of a lot of hate, but I like a tart, like sour apple. I fucking love Granny Smith apples.
Brought. You start as a child apprentice at the Heroes Guild, but after a few tutorials, everything fast forwards until you're a fully grown adult. Before that, you'll have to tolerate living with Whisper.
It's time to wake up. Get out of bed, lazy bones.
Doing unpaid
Who you think you're calling lazy, lady? Heck you!
With Whisper.
It's time to wake up. Get out of bed, lazy bones.
Doing unpaid labor for the guild.
Well done, lad. The Beatles are all dead.
And hold...
No! Why would you do that? That's Seth. No!
Labor for the guild.
Well done, lad. The Beatles are all dead.
And holding back tears while doing favors for the guildmaster.
Just
What kind of favors?
keep going till I tell you to stop.
You know, why did I ask? I don't... Why did I ask?
While doing favors for the guildmaster.
Just keep going till I tell you to stop. Now that's more like it. Get used to the weight of this sword.
Excuse me?
I think you've earned yourself some pocket money for that.
Then you can finally go out into the great wide world of Albion. You can tell this place was inspired by Britain, as all the peasants speak like they're inbred. They also have...
Damn! Damn!
was inspired by Britain, as all the peasants speak like they're inbred. They also have one of those characteristic British smiles. Lionhead Studios hates the working class.
Damn, Seth just throwing out all the shade. Damn.
So they've made every effort to make you hate them as much as possible. You can interact with them, use emotes, and even marry them. I learned very early in life that the only two ways to get out of marriage is through domestic violence or becoming a widow. As a hero, you take quests for
Sir. Seth.
the guild. Some are optional, some are essential for progressing the story. They're quite straightforward. Occasionally, Whisper will show up to annoy you even more and steal your experience points because her skill set is designed for kill stealing and contributing absolutely nothing to a team fight. The skill point—
Can we kill her though? Then she can't have my XP. Just take her out. Then she can't steal it. Easy as that.
Designed for kill stealing and contributing absolutely nothing to a team fight. The skill points you did manage to save from Whisper's firebombs and flips can be spent at the guild on upgrading your hero. As you level up your abilities, your hero will also physically change, growing taller and more muscular.
Yeah, this feature I know. Like, depending on like how physical you are or how much you feed your character, you can get like fit or chubby, stuff like that.
Your hero will also physically change, growing taller and more muscular. This game is living proof that there's no excuse for being a manlet. So hit the gym and squat your way into becoming 7 feet tall. There are—
That's not how that works. I've tried, Seth. I've tried. That's not how it works. As someone who is 4 feet 11, I can't squat my way to 5 feet. I wish.
being a manlet. So hit the gym and squat your way into becoming 7 feet tall. There are downsides to upgrading your abilities, as each point spent makes you physically
get older, yeah.
developing wrinkles, memory loss, and once you hit the age of 65, forces you to spend about 20,000 gold on a hip replacement. You can choose not to do this, but you'll have to keep taking morphine shots to numb the pain for the rest of the game. There are
drugs.
are proven ways to reverse aging, of course, like sacrificing your life.
Gosh dang, it was those like porn ads. Dermatologist, hate him, has been 53 since 1924. Dermatologists hate her. She is 51, looks 25. New all-natural legal steroid alternative boosts muscle growth 659% in just 1 week!
Of course, like sacrificing your wife to the dark gods.
Pathetic contribution.
Interestingly, this is still slightly less evil than
divorcing your wife.
divorcing her. There's a lot of skills to choose from, but like men, skills aren't made equally. Magic restores very slowly, so you'll be forced to chug down mana potions if you plan on using spells. The one upside of being a mage is that you can still use emotes while spellcasting.
That's
so
great. That's great. That is so great. Yeah. That's fantastic.
Side of being a mage is that you can still use emotes while spellcasting, so you can keep thrusting away as you electrocute your enemies to death.
Fuck yeah, that's amazing. I love that. That's
so
great.
You can keep thrusting away as you electrocute your enemies to death. Others are completely broken. Assassin Rush lets you blink behind enemies and abuse the AI. Fun fact, Assassin's Rush can sometimes glitch into the terrain when combined with Summon. Please don't use this in the Chamber of Fate, or you might accidentally glitch your way under the floorboards and obtain the Sword of Aeons 30 minutes after starting the game. Multi-strike allows you to completely ignore the combat system since it can't be blocked and has no cooldown, and Time Stop lets you run
Damn, these skills are broken as fuck. What?
through about 80% of the game without even lifting a finger. There's a lot more skills out there, but they're far too balanced to be worth talking about. Except heal. Heal is absolutely vital when your character gets too muscular, as your fists might unintentionally kill your wife.
Unintentionally, is that what we're calling it now? Huh?
Your character gets too muscular, as your fists might unintentionally kill your wife. Use heal between beatings to keep her healthy, and to get rid of any bruising that might be used as evidence against you in a court of law. Quests
Stop.
Award you a lot of gold. Most players will spend this on improving their gear or buying new weapons.
Hell
Real
yeah.
gamers spend it all on playing blackjack.
Oh,
and
Gamba?
buying
Oh my god,
yourself
we
an
can Gamba. We can Gamba in it.
appropriate title so you don't go insane from listening to the villagers. Based on old save files I found from when I was 12 years old, I can tell you with high certainty that the most popular titles everyone picked were Assassin, Necromancer, and Reaper. We were
Yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate. Yep. I think I would have probably gone with, what do you say, Assassin?
everyone picked were Assassin,
Necromancer, and Reaper.
and Reaper.
I probably would have gone with Reaper. Out of those three, I probably would have gone with Reaper. I don't give a crap. Bakugan. That you have more Bakugan than me, cause guess what, motherfucker? I was born on this earth for 2 reasons. Pissing in your grave or putting you in one. Not collecting gay Bakugans. I would kick your ass, but I don't wanna. Look at it! Oh my god! Don't talk to me if you don't eat cum. Well, I just wanted to see what they said. Born to shit, forced to wipe. Hey, asshole, give me back my Game Boy Advance, or else I'm telling your mom. My mom. I said no cheese. You don't like cheese? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Reaper. We were really edgy kids back then. In between quests, you can go and wander around town, trade, and get constantly
Like,
mocked.
everyone's had their edgy phase in some point of life, alright? Everyone has had their edgy, cringe phase at some point.
Back then. In between quests, you can go and wander around town, trade, and get constantly mocked by older heroes who are past their prime.
He can't entrust important quests to novices like you.
Wow!
I see they're letting the children out of the guild early these days. Now, move aside, will you? I don't need you crowding me too. Can you move away now? You're getting in the way of my plans. I hear you can make a decent living out of fishing. Or maybe begging's more your style.
Wow! Holy shit!
I hear you can make a decent living out of fishing. Or maybe begging's more your style.
As if that wasn't bad enough, a guildmaster will constantly Skype call you for your guild seal, giving you great advice when you need it the most.
God, that brings back PTSD.
Call you for your guild seal, giving you great advice when you need it the most.
Your health is low. Do you have any potions or food? Try to get your combat multiplier even higher.
Don't worry, you get a chance to kill them all later.
Hell
Time
yeah!
I showed the
Hell yeah!
world who the real hero is.
Well, I'm rather fond
Kill
of my
that
soul.
bitch,
I'm not giving it up
please.
without a fight.
Thank God. Remember, kill Briar Rose in every playthrough.
There's a lot of activities outside town, including side quests, puzzles, and fishing. However, fishing is a
fishing.
good way to catch carpal tunnel, as it involves rapidly mashing left click on the PC.
God.
So, to avoid this, I turn on my auto clicker. I set it to a 1 millisecond delay time, so I can catch the fish instantly. Modern problems require modern solutions.
You know what? He's right. I can't even be mad at that. He's right. He's got it. The man makes a good point, alright?
You can customize your hero however you like. Different haircuts, facial hair, tattoos, and clothing will provoke different responses from the townspeople. Some of these might not make sense, so you should always ask yourself, what would a British woman find attractive? And go from there. The last chapters lets you own a brothel as well, which you
hell yeah! Wait, sign me up! Sign me up!
and go from there. The last chapters lets you own a brothel as well, which
I'm
you
sold.
couldn't in
I'm
the base
sold.
game. Lost Chapters is better in every way compared to the original. It's beautiful, it's got a lot to do, and it's absolutely busted with the ways you can abuse the system. Peasants lack any kind of business sense, and will happily sell you all of their stock. Then they begin panicking from the lack of supplies and offer to buy it all back at greatly inflated prices to end the shortage. You can do this infinitely and ruin the
Oh
economy.
my
Enough-
god! That's great! Oh my god! That's so broken!
The scheme I used to run was being pure good and extremely famous, so peasants would never question why I need to lead them to a secluded spot in the
Seth!
woods. Once there, they
Seth!
would never question why I need to lead them to
My feet hurt. Can we rest?
a secluded spot in the woods. Once there, they'd all die of mysterious circumstances. When
Is that what we're calling it now? Mysterious circumstances?
this happens, the family would have to sell the house in order to pay for funeral expenses. I would immediately snatch up the property and rent it out. I then repeat this for every property in town. Days later, the town is repopulated by the descendants of all those unfortunate peasants, who are forced to pay rent to me, their benevolent landlord, for all eternity, unaware
That's so evil. Brits clap and cheer when taxed.
unaware of the fact that I may have had a role in their parents' demise. Fable. It's ridiculous, it's entertaining, and it's probably one of the most interesting games ever made by
I give them that, yeah, for sure. Like, I've never played it, but I mean, this review kind of sums it up pretty well for me.
Peter Molyneux. If you haven't already, then I sincerely recommend you give it a try. And if you have, well, I'm just feeding off your nostalgia. This time, The Lord of Lies gets my vote, and I give it a 6 out of 6, which is the number of simultaneous wives you can have in every village, provided none of them ever find out.
Oh my god! Only 6? That's not enough. That's not enough!
Personally, I look down on polygamy, so if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go hold hands with my husband. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. Probably much more autistic content, so
Hell
be warned.
yeah, the Adderall! God dang it! Where'd you get my prescription, Seth?
Be warned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful.
No,
Have a
yeah.
good one.
That was, wow. I think that summed up Fable for me pretty well, despite like knowing very little about it. I can see why it's a very loved game series. I can absolutely see why it's loved. The game looks fun as hell. I feel like it's one of those games you could probably sink hundreds of thousands of hours into. But it looks crazy. It looks crazy. Maybe eventually I will give it a try. Maybe eventually we'll do a Fable run. But it does look good. The Nameless, I know. Fable is my beloved jank. Oh yeah, it's like one of those like, you know it's a janky game, but it's also like nostalgic, right? And I feel like we all have a game like that to some degree. Especially like the graphics. The graphics are just so they're very nostalgic. Like it made me think of like classic World of Warcraft and stuff like that. But yeah, I think Seth's review summed it up for me pretty well. Like, I knew the game was very open world to the point where you could pretty much do anything, but holy shit, I didn't know how much you could, like, how much the game lets you get away with, right? It's pretty impressive, especially for, you know, an older game. But I've never played Fable. I didn't have an original Xbox growing up. We were a Nintendo family, so either way, it looks fantastic. Maybe eventually we'll play it on stream. And thank you, Seth, for another fantastic video. That was great. For another fantastic Seth video. Oh my god. Fantastic. As always. 10 out of 10. I would giggle again. Seth with another fucking amazing video.